There's something incredibly special about Pixar, and yes, I know they don't always hit it out of the park, and they've had a couple of misfires over the last little while, but I've just seen Inside Out 2, and I can affirm that it is something special. Inside Out, if you can recall, was the idea of us going inside of the psyche of a little girl named Riley, and we get to know her different emotions and how they can kind of control her choices and her life. And what's happening with Inside Out 2 is that we skip ahead a number of years. Riley is now a teenager, and she is still loving hockey and still incredibly attuned to her relationship with her parents, and she's a very good human being, and she's kind of setting her goals for her life in this film, and she's growing up before our eyes. And what they've done with this film is they've gone deeper into the psychological makeup and the emotional makeup of a kid as they are becoming a teenager. And of course, as we all know, as we go through puberty, all kinds of new feelings and emotions and insights start to happen within each of us, and that's exactly what happens with Riley. And so we're introduced to new emotions like anxiety, played by Maya Hawke, and also envy, played by the Bear's Ayo Edebiri. And we get to see this character develop as all of these new feelings and new ways to express herself start to happen on screen. And what I was really impressed by overall by this picture was just the emotional intelligence of it, and just the beautiful work made by hundreds of people to kind of honor this story and these characters with real empathy and a real kind of sincerity. It's just such a beautiful work. It's such a fantastic showing of compassion from all of these individuals to just craft something kind of gentle, and it's not filled with this crazy high drama or like super complex villains or anything like that. It's really just about being human and understanding what it's like to kind of grow towards adulthood. And it's done in a funny way, in a charming way. There's less surprise this time because Inside Out was such an ingenious idea when it first came out, and we're basically re-examining things and elements that we saw in the first film, and we're just expanding on that. But there's not really like this shock of, oh my God, I've never seen Pixar do anything that looks like that before. It's a lot of the same imagery and a lot of the same types of environments that we've seen before. This is really a movie about performance and an authentic idea of what teenagers are facing and the emotions that happen between family members and the dynamics that happen as friends are transitioning to different parts of their life, and the complexities of it, but also the beautiful empathetic qualities of all of this as well, and that self-awareness as these things start to take hold. And it was really wonderful. And of course, I love the first Inside Out. And of course, what also colors this is that I have a daughter that's roughly the same age as the character, as the Riley character in these two movies. And so it's very strange to see a lot of these things presented on screen that, of course, I'm reflecting on in my real life. But I think that's what really sells this picture, is that Pixar was smart enough not to go so hard on the hijinks and to make this so loopy and crazy and bigger, badder, bolder. It's not about that. It's just a really clearly, beautifully defined love letter to this idea of becoming a teenager and what that means for everybody. And it really hit. It's really lovely. It's really beautiful. I mean, the artistry of the image is always impressive with Pixar, but I think also the restraint and the classy crafting of all of these little story elements. I loved it. It was great. I don't think it's as good as the first Inside Out, because that's kind of one of Pixar's masterpieces, to be honest. But this is pretty damn close, and it's really fun. And I also really enjoyed Yong Ye's cameo in this movie. It was unexpected. We knew it was coming. We got a little taste of it at the Summer Game Fest. But he's terrific in this movie. His character's terrific. And there's lots of little touches and stuff, little winks, some pop culture winks in this movie. But beyond all of that, it's just a great story, and it's really human, and it's beautifully told. I'm going to give Inside Out 2 a 9 out of 10.